At some point in life, you realize it's a marathon, not a sprint. Nobody embodies that better than Winston Howell. Running saved this man's life. Finish this sentence. The day Winston Howell stops running is the day...
Probably die. I love it. That's all I've done all my life, except, work.
Born in Hartford, Alabama, Winston Howell fell in love with long-distance running at Geneva County High School. His former high school coach says he was the ideal distance runner.
Winston is unique. Winston is very one of a kind. He didn't have all that amount of speed, but he had a tremendous desire to compete.
But in a part of the country where racing is synonymous with NASCAR and football dominates conversation, Howell found himself in a race against addiction.
Well, I got hit in them bars, got into drugs and marijuana and all this stuff, and I almost got killed one night at Barrington. Boy had a knife around my throat, and I quit all that stuff in '74, started back running.
In 1974, he outran his vices for good, keeping a diary of his times and distances.
I ran 55 races that year.
To date, Winston Howell has run in 1,377 races. In 1987, he ran the New York Marathon.
It was crowded. I finished 7,561 out of 22,000 from all over the world. And it's a great feeling to go across that finish line.
That same year, he also ran the Boston Marathon, but he didn't run Boston just once.
I ran it 3 times, 76, 78, and 87.
Now 70, the Marathon Mac Daddy has run 12 total and more than 83,000 miles.
Slowed down a lot. I can't run like I used to. Them days is over. Of course, everybody slowed down the older you get.
What hasn't slowed is his passion for running. From his 10K road race entering its 35th year to raising more than $50,000 for various charities, Winston Howell is a man who's outrun drugs, alcohol, and competitors alike. You can try and catch Winston Howell as he tries to outrun competitors Saturday, July 28th. Howell is running in the 5K Dothan Critter Run at Westgate Park. It will be race number 1,378.